Holy cow, Batman! We are in Exodus chapter 32. And in Exodus chapter 32, Moses has been up on a mountain. He's been getting the 10 Commandments. He's been up there for about 40 days, and God has given him these stone tablets where God himself has written the 10 Commandments. Moses is about to head down the mountain. The people have gotten pretty impatient. They've been waiting for 40 days, forever. And God has been occupied with Moses. Moses has been occupied with God. They're feeling a little neglected. So they feel like taking matters into their own hands. And they feel just a little out of it. So they decide that they're going to take matters into their own hands and create their own God. By the end of the chapter, they end up breaking most of the 10 Commandments. But here, Israel has seen the invisible God in action. He has rescued them. He's provided for them over and over again. He parted a large body of water for them just to walk through on dry ground. But it's not enough. They want to create something that they can see. They want to create something that they can shape, that they can control. So they go to Aaron, who is Moses' big brother. And Aaron, even though he's really, I guess, quite the personal public speaker, he is a big weenie. Okay, he's got no backbone at all. He's a people pleaser. So the people come to him and they want a God that they can see, that they can control, okay, that they could mold, that they could ignore or obey. It's really up to them. So they convince Aaron to make them a god. And they bring Aaron all their bling, all their gold, and he melts down all their bling, and then he shapes it into a golden cow. And which is interesting. Later in the chapter, Aaron is because he's kind of a wimp, tells Moses, "Yeah, I don't know what happened. I threw all the bling into the fire, and out comes a cow. It was amazing." So he didn't take any responsibility or credit. So Aaron makes this golden cow. The people start to have their own little personal Mardi Gras, just worshiping this golden livestock. And Moses, about that time, comes down the mountain. And Moses sees what's happening. And Moses gets angry. Which righteous anger fills up within him and rises up within him. And so Moses spikes the tablets. He's got the stone tablets and he just throws them down. And in that very instance, Moses became the first person to break all 10 Commandments at the same time. So Moses, here he is, he's filled with righteous anger, and the thing is, we do the same thing. We might not have a golden cow in our bedroom, we might not have golden livestock around the house, but we have other things. We put other things and other people above God. We allow other things, other people, other attitudes to consume our time, to consume our energy, to consume our passion, to become the one thing in our life. Things, activities, passions, and people can all become American idols in our life. We were created to worship something. You were created to live for something bigger than you. There's a hole in your heart. There's a hole in your spirit that is there because you weren't created for you, and you weren't created for stuff. You were created to worship something. So we're constantly looking for something to worship. Now the thing is, God is the only thing that's really meant to occupy that space. Not things, not other people, not ourselves. If we allow anything else to occupy that space, it's not a good thing. So God's ready to destroy Israel. He's ready to start all over. And Moses' reaction to this, he pleads for mercy, and he offers to even take their place. And his reaction really shows us what's on the inside of Moses. What is he all about? Because he wasn't about a golden cow. And he wasn't about himself. He could have very easily said, "Yeah, you're right, God, destroy them." These people have been getting on his nerves. Okay, they've been bugging him. And he could have very easily said, "Let's just start all over. Just you and me, God." But he didn't, because he wasn't selfish, because he lived for God. And that's the most important thing to him. It was God. Okay? And he was living for God. And in verse 27, Moses says this. He assembles the people and he says, "I just want to know who is on the Lord's side." Who's on the Lord's side? Don't let anything else fill that space. Don't let any American idol take the space of the God that you were created to worship. God bless you guys. Giddy up.